Good evening all. It is a beautiful Wednesday evening here in Queen City, Nevis, and it's the On The Mark program once again here on the Eastern Caribbean's powerhouse, Vaughan Radio, where only the best will do. As I said, it's a beautiful Wednesday evening. It is the 13th day of August 2025, and where are the months and the weeks going? It's August. It's almost heading into Christmas. And it seems like just yesterday we said Happy New Year. I'm the Honorable Eric Evelyn, and I'll be your host for this evening. The regular host, the Honorable Mark Brantley, is not here, but you have me to deal with this evening. And so I'll be here for the next 2 hours. Of course, this is a show that has become extremely popular. And so we say good evening to all of you who are already in tune, those of you who are in tune in St. Kitts and Nevis, in the Eastern Caribbean, in the diaspora, wherever you are, if you're in tune, via the radio, via Facebook, online, wherever you are, and wherever you are joining us. We are so delighted to say to you, welcome to another edition of the On The Mark program, a very lively show, normally provide a lot of entertainment and information, and so we are always happy to be here on a Wednesday night from 8 until 10, 2 hours of commercial-free talk show. And of course, this show has grown in popularity, one of the most popular in St. Kitts and Nevis and across the region. And we are so happy to have all of you join us. I know lots and lots of folks join us here in the Federation as well as overseas. Some persons stay up late just to ensure that they get a taste of the On The Mark program. And so we are always happy that you are with us. So wherever you are, whether you're in your homes, you're in your car, wherever you are, and you're listening, we say welcome. Well, this evening, as usual, at the top of the hour, we normally do a little housekeeping matters. And so before we get into the meat of the program, because we do have a guest with us this evening, and then we'll have a lot more matters to discuss. But before we get to our guests, I just want, as usual, to shout out all the folks who are celebrating today, whether you're celebrating today or this week or last week. We hope that you are having a good day if you're celebrating today. And I want to send out some belated birthday greetings. First and foremost to Miss Evelyn Ward of Mount Lily, celebrated her 70th birthday on Friday. And what a beautiful celebration that was, Evelyn. Thanks for inviting me, and I had a wonderful time. You were looking so fabulous. Are looking so fabulous at 70. And you can celebrate for the rest of the month and the rest of the year. Okay, and we also send some belated birthday greetings going out to Hilly live at the end, Stony Grove. Hilly, you celebrated early this week as well, and I hope you had a wonderful day. And I also want to send out some belated birthday greetings to my very good friend there in Chicken Stone, Dolores. Good evening. I didn't get a chance to call you, but I'm wishing you a belated birthday greeting. I hope you had a wonderful day. Keep smiling, keep dancing, keep being wonderful, the wonderful person you are. And some birthday greetings are extended to Ishanso Samuel over there in Fothergills. You're celebrating today. Hope you had a great day. And anyone else who is celebrating today, hope you've had a great day so far. Enjoy what's left of your special day. So anyone who is celebrating today, if you're celebrating tomorrow as well, I want to wish you birthday greetings in advance. And of course, it's always good to celebrate. Life is meant to be lived. Life is meant to be celebrated. And the way things are going now, we ought to celebrate life. We must be happy when we reach another milestone, another birthday. And so when you're celebrating, do what you want. Have no limits. Take the limits off. Whatever you want to do for your birthday, do it. All right? And of course, to those who are not feeling well, we also want to say good evening to you as well. We know some people might be a little bit under the weather at this time. If you are at the hospital, if you are in the home, if you are at your home and you're not feeling well, we say good evening to you. So if you're in the Alexandra Hospital, if you're in the Flamboyant Home, if you're in the St. George and St. John Senior Citizens Home, we trust that you had a good day, and we trust that you're going to continue to feel better. And I hope you're going to have a good night rest, and you're going to have a great day tomorrow. And of course, we say good evening to those who are taking such wonderful care of you. To all the workers at the various institutions, we say good evening to you. And I know sometimes it's a tiring job, it's a thankless job sometimes, but you got to do what you got to do. So we thank you for providing that excellent service to those who are a little bit under the weather. And of course, we know that persons are always generally in the bereaved column. If you're in the bereaved column, we want to say good night to you and condolences to you. I want to first and foremost send condolences to the family of the late Conrad Stancliffe, who is actually was my cousin, is my cousin. He would have passed away in the Virgin Islands. Many of you may not know him, but I think many of you may have known his mother, the late Violet Stancliffe, from right there on Old Hospital Road. Conrad used to visit Nevis pretty often. Then he visits Felloway a bit. He's married to a young lady from Government Road, I think. And so to the family of the late Conrad Stancliffe, we say condolences to you. We also want to send condolences to the family of the late Everton Griffin. Of course, we would have heard the sad news a couple of weeks ago when Everton would have passed suddenly. And so we send condolences to his entire family, to his siblings, especially his brother Gary, who works with me at the abattoir, and his family and all of the relatives, his sisters, nieces, nephews, children, all of you who are left to mourn. We say condolences to you. He will be laid to rest on Saturday after our service at the Methodist Church in Gingerland at 10 o'clock. And we also send condolences to the family of the late Curtis Surpriser Perkins. Mrs. Perkins, good evening to you. Hope you're holding up well. My good friend Mrs. Perkins over there in Barnaby and the rest of the family, condolences to you. I think that funeral is on Friday. And then we also send condolences. Avril, I was just saying happy belated birthday greetings to you, but I also want to send condolences to you and your family on the loss of your dad. I believe that funeral is on Thursday, tomorrow. So all who are in the bereaved column, we say condolences to you. Trust that God will continue to strengthen you as you go through this very difficult period. We know it's never ever easy when you lose someone. And so those of you who are bereaved at this time, or anybody in St. Kitts and Nevis, wherever you are and you're listening and you're bereaved, from here on the mark, we want to send condolences to you. And so that takes care of our little housekeeping at the top of the show. I did indicate that we do have a guest this evening. And we are always happy when we have guests in the studio. I personally don't like to be here alone. So I'm always happy when I have a guest or guests in the studio with me. And so I have a guest in the studio with me. He's going to be here for a little while. And then after that, when he leaves, we're going to deal with some other matters. But I'm so happy to have a very competent individual in the studios with me this evening. Someone who is not a stranger to the Eastern Caribbean's powerhouse. Someone who is not a stranger to the microphones of Von Radio. And so I say good evening to my guest.
Good evening, Honorable Evelyn. This is Brian Dyer, Director of the Nevis Disaster Management Department, and it's a pleasure to be here.
Thank you
to the listening audience as well.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dyer. I like when you're here, but I don't like when you're here either, because once you hear the word disaster, I get nervous. Right?
Disaster management, sir.
Right? When I hear the word disaster, I get a little nervous sometimes. So even though I like when you're here, sometimes I don't like when you're here, because sometimes when you come with some bad news. I hope you're not coming with any bad news this evening. Of course, we know that we are in the heart of the hurricane season for 2025. And, you know, I was just speaking to Brian, and I was telling him, I can't believe that we're almost into September, the peak of the hurricane season, because this year just seems to have wings. It's just going by so swiftly. And, you know, I can't believe June and July, we almost finished with 3 months of the hurricane season. And thankfully, we haven't had anything untoward. I hope that will continue for the rest of the season. But Mr. Dyer is here. And of course, normally sometime during the hurricane season, he would come and give us some information. And of course, we know that there's a storm brewing out there in the Atlantic. Some persons have been following, some persons may not have been following. And so we brought the expert in this evening in Mr. Brian Dyer. And he's going to give us a little bit more information regarding that storm, what we can expect, if we can expect anything at all. I hope not. We can do with some rain because it's been very, very hot, you know. But before we get to that system that is out there, Mr. Dyer, tell us a little bit more about, the 2025 Atlantic hurricane season. What is the outlook? What is happening with the season so far?
All right. Good evening again to all. The 2025 Atlantic hurricane season has started. We are almost in the statistical peak of the hurricane season. The National Hurricane Center and the Colorado State University have both issued their forecasts for the 2025 season. They are predicting 13 to 18 named storms, of which 7 to 9 could become, or 5 to 7, sorry, could become hurricanes, of which 3 to 4 could become major hurricanes. That's the forecast when you combine both the National Hurricane Center and the Colorado State University. So, it's a slightly above average season, as the average season produces about 14 named storms. So we are slightly above average.
Mr. Dyer, every year these institutions come out with these predictions, right? We always hope that they're wrong. Sometimes they are, sometimes they are not. What is normally the likelihood of their predictions being correct? Oh, in terms of what has been the track record? How accurate have they been? How far away from the reality in terms of what takes place during the season have they been?
Statistically, they have been about 75% correct most of the times.
Okay.
Especially when we have warm ocean currents and light winds in the upper atmosphere. Those are conduits for tropical storm development. So this year is no different. We have warm Atlantic Ocean, and also what has been our saving grace so far, we have had the Sahara dust persisting in the atmosphere for quite a long time. But we are moving into the statistical peak of the hurricane season, and the dust is expected to reduce significantly. So the tropical storm development, we can expect some enhancement in the development of storms for the rest of the season.
So you're saying that the Saharan dust, even though it's a hazard to some persons with the respiratory problems, it's a blessing in disguise for us then? That's what you're telling us?
That is correct, sir.
Okay. Well, I'm sure we would prefer to have Saharan dust for the entire hurricane season, and persons, if they have to wear their mask, they wear their mask. And if the Saharan dust actually keeps the hurricanes and the storms away, we would welcome the Saharan dust at any time.
Yes, but not everyone would agree with you. The farmers would complain, and the persons with respiratory illnesses would complain. So we take it with a grain of salt.
Okay.
It has acted as a blessing for us, and we hope that the rest of the season would go quietly for us with just some rain showers.
I hope so. Now, Mr. Dyer, we are already 2.5 months into the season, right? June, July, we're in practically the middle of August. We haven't seen anything major yet. We haven't heard of anything major yet. Is that normally the case around this time of the year? Because I know sometimes as soon as June starts, there's action. As soon as July steps in, there is action. It's been pretty quiet so far for 2025.
Yes, it has been quiet, and unusually quiet for this time of year as well. But we give God thanks for whatever, is before us and what has gone, because some places, especially in the Eastern Pacific Ocean and those islands, have had several impact of excess rainfall. So we have started the hurricane season on a dry note, and that is expected to change as the season progresses, as less dust will be in the atmosphere. So when dust is removed, then you have more moisture. So we should have some enjoyable rainfall for the rest of the season.
Good. Well, of course, this is an educational session as well. So you just spoke about the dust and keeping away the likelihood of storms. So are you also telling us that when there's dust, the likelihood of rainfall is less as well?
Yes, because the dust inhibits the formation of some clouds, and also it reduces the moisture content as well. So when the dust is away, then and the atmosphere heats, then you have more moisture available for cloud development and rainfall.
The dust and the haze is the same thing, right? Or is it different?
Well, the dust.
Sometimes people say the place is hazy.
Dust haze is different to haze, right? The dust haze has a sandy component,
right,
and has other mixtures. Studies have shown that the Saharan dust has sand, wood, varnishes, formaldehyde, certain
I'm
chemicals.
learning a lot of stuff tonight.
Yeah, a lot of chemicals as well.
I wasn't aware of that.
Yes, so even though we complain for persons, our heart goes out to person who complain about the burning eyes, itchy nose, etc., etc. It does has it goes, but too much of anything is not a good thing.
And how often this Saharan dust normally affects us?
It's an every year phenomenon.
How many times per year generally we can expect it?
It starts in early January and then goes down to August, early September sometimes. But some years the impact is more severe than others.
Right.
Right. So, we encourage persons not to take it lightly. Those who suffer from respiratory illnesses are asked to wear face masks or remain indoors as far as practicable. And, sometimes we have to wet a tissue and increase the moisture around your eyes, etc., etc., eye drops. What we need to do, though, from the Ministry of Health perspective, is to do a correlation between the impact of the Saharan dust with the sale of the antihistamine and other respiratory medication in the drugstores. So we can see the direct correlation with the impact of Saharan dust. And from disaster management, we are also trying to put some sensors around the island so we can do some sampling of the air quality as well, because that is important, and we can now tie it to some of the illnesses that we have seen.
Mr. Dyer, many of us are not aware of how serious this Saharan dust is.
It is
serious. Now that you're speaking, I didn't realize it was that serious.
It is serious because it has a lot of chemical deposits in it as well. So that causes the burning of the eyes, etc., and offset a lot of illnesses.
Wow. So we have to be very careful.
Yes.
Well, let's see how long it lasts. If it has to last until the end of September, it may keep away the storm and keep September quiet. But as I said, as you rightly indicated, there are some persons who would prefer to see the dust leave. Mr. Dyer, I know normally for any hurricane season, there's normally a list of names that they give in terms of storms. I assume you have that list with you tonight?
Yes, I do. The World Met Organizations had published a list of names. Usually they would issue the names for 6-year period.
Yes.
So the names for 2025 in the Atlantic would be, we have seen Andrea, Barry, Chantel, Dexter. They have all passed. Now we are dealing with Erin.
So they did not develop in the Atlantic?
They developed in the Atlantic.
Okay. Well, I guess I wasn't following. I didn't realize we had so many named storms already.
Yes, we had 4 gone. We had 2 in the Central in the Gulf, but the others were in the Atlantic. And we have Erin now in the Atlantic. After Erin, the list reads Ferdinand, Gabriel, Humberto, Imelda, Jerry, Karen, Lorenzo, Melissa. Hope she's a good girl.
Melissa. Lord have mercy.
Nestor, Alga, Pablo, Rebecca, Sebastian, Tanya, and Van. We hope we don't go all the way down to 20, but...
I hope we don't go as far as Melissa. But if we do, I know that storm will be well behaved.
Let's hope so.
Because the Melissa that I know right now, who's relatively close to me here, is a well-behaved young lady. So,
inquiry one want to know.
Mr. Dyer, I know every year around the hurricane season, the Navy's disaster management is normally very active, in terms of preparation and so on. What have the department been doing in terms of preparation for this year? Of course, thankfully we have been spared for the past couple of years, but we never can tell what will happen. These storms are very unpredictable with climate change and with this hot weather that we've been experiencing. We never can tell what is going to happen. So what has the department been doing in terms of preparation?
The department has been active, very active, I must say. We started the year with, the general practice of reaching out to all our stakeholders, ensuring that our partners and their phone numbers are correct. Then we went into the inspection of our emergency shelters. We have published a list of emergency shelters. We have also met with the Honorable Minister, Honorable Spencer Brand, the Minister responsible for Communications and Disaster Management. He met with the stakeholders from the emergency response and volunteers, and we had discussions with regards to the preparedness of the country, sector by sector. We also met with the volunteers who we are expecting to man our emergency shelters. The Honorable Minister met with them and thanked them for their service for this year. And he also listened to some of their concerns, and we are trying to meet as far as practicable some of the concerns raised. We have ensured that the shelters are stocked with basic supplies. In the event that we have to activate the shelters, it's just to ensure that the shelter managers are in, and then the forms for registration and additional water and food supplies will be added. But the shelters are already stocked with basic supplies, first aid kits, alcohol, some water, blankets, sleeping bags or cots in most of the areas. We have also had some equipment that have been installed in some of the community centers. Unfortunately, we were unable to install all our equipment, as some of our equipment that we were hoping to get since March is still outstanding. We have had several issues with the shipment, and we're hoping that someday soon that the equipment will finally show up on Nevis, so we can have all our communications established or installed in all our community centers, our emergency shelters. In the interim, though, we have at least one community center in each parish that has a radio that can communicate with the Nevis Disaster Management Department. We have also installed the transfer switches to 7 of our 10 emergency shelters. So if we have to activate the shelters, we just move the generators in place and then have the generators run through the storm. We have several training activities, and we continue to train. Next week we go into 2 additional training, and then follow the following week with another training again. So far we have conducted, we started with the preschoolers for school-based safety. Then we went into the shelter and shelter management, damage and needs assessment, initial damage assessment. Then we went into psychosocial training. We had a team from the US, that the trauma. So we had a session with all our counselors across the education unit, the social services department, Ministry of Health. Those were exposed to the training. And there's a second cohort that will be trained again in October coming. We are earmarked to do some mapping of our critical infrastructure next week. Then the following week we go into our comprehensive logistics training, that we would be aligning our warehouse management with what is available across the region and internationally. And then we will tie our stocks to the online platform so we can see what's available across the region, and for easy movement, if we are impacted, then we can see what is coming in and how it would impact our stocks here as well. And then we can also make requests and see how the progress of our requests from the regional and international partners. So that will be done the last week of August. And for September, we have some other training, but we tend to leave September
open
because anything can happen. So from the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency, they usually don't have any interventions in the islands for training purposes. All the agencies around tend to leave September open, so we would be on our P's and Q's in the month of September. Right? We just received some equipment on Friday, It's a part shipment from the equipment that we are looking for since March of this year. Part of the equipment we receive is a big gun terminal that can be used in the event of a catastrophic failure of all emergency communications on the island. Then we will be able to utilize that terminal to contact the outside world. So we would be commissioning it shortly. We have to ensure that we have a service provider that can provide us with a SIM card that can use satellite technology. So we'll be working feverishly to get that up and running. And we have, in partnership with the Public Works Department, have been cleaning all the drains and levees to ensure that we minimize the risk of flooding. And we have assisted some persons in trimming trees. We have also inspected the beaches to have a look at the levels of sand, and then we can determine the level of impact once the sand is removed from wave action. We continue to work with our partners. We have also upgraded our disaster plan. It's a long list, but
you all are very busy. That's all I can say.
We also participate in the public awareness campaign. We have our schools, our churches, a part of the public awareness campaign. For Hurricane, the champion school is the Ivor Waters Primary, and the churches are the Methodist churches on the island of Nevis. So we want to thank them for partnering with us and for getting the word out about preparedness. We also continue to work with our critical stakeholders, the Nevlex, the Flow, Digicel, because they're important to our ability to maintain service throughout in and before, during, and after the storms. Right? We have established our contract with Van Wager as well for public awareness and for any information that we need to be aired to the general public. We send that out. We still have some projects we are working on, and one such project is the restoration of or rebuilding of the Hickman's Community Center. So that's
yes, I'm aware of that.
Yeah, as I say, we are busy. We would be doing some remedial work to the Girl Guides headquarters, as that will be utilized as our shelter for the Charleston area, as the Anglican Church Hall and the Alberta Payne Community Centers at Bath are being used for the Magistrate and High Court respectively. So we had to find an alternative shelter in the interim. So we'll be doing some remedial work at the Girl Guides headquarters during the month of September, and hope that we are not impacted before that renovation is complete.
But let's hope. Since you're talking about shelters, do you have the list of shelters at hand? We can probably go through them. Do you have them at hand?
Yes, I know them at heart.
Oh, you know them. Man, no, he's tough at heart. Okay.
So in the St. Paul's, well, there's no shelter in St. Paul's, as the map shows that the Girl Guides headquarters in St. John's. Right?
Okay.
So we're utilizing the Girl Guides headquarters
for St. Paul's.
For St. Paul's
Okay.
this year.
Mm-hmm.
We have the Pond Hill Community Center for St. John's. Then we have the Ebenezer Church of God for St. John's. We have St. George's, the Charles Waters Community Center.
Yes.
Then we go to Butlers for the Butlers Community Center. St. James, we have the Combermere, or the Franklin Brown Community Center. Then we move to Jessop's for Jessop Community Center, Barnesgut for Barnesgut Community Center, and Cotton Ground Community Center. Those are the shelters that will be utilized for the 2025 hurricane season.
And let's hope they don't have to be utilized. They'll just be on standby.
Yes, sir.
Good. All right. I have to tell you, Mr. Dyer, that I do have great admiration for your department. It is a department that is always at work. It's a very proactive department, and I really love when you all collaborate with the schools and the churches in particular to get the message out. You collaborate, I know, with the primary schools. I know you have like little ambassadors. I normally hear them here on Von Radio on the
Saturdays. Yeah.
Saturdays, the Youth on the Go. So I'm really very happy that the message is getting out there, because of course we know once we get school children involved, the message will go out there. So I have to give high commendation to your department for being so proactive. And, of course, most of the time when we hear about disasters, most of us just think about hurricanes. But there are so many disasters, and I know that your department tried to highlight all of them and try to ensure that the message is out there. So must give commendation and kudos to your department for being so proactive, always being out there, always doing PR work, always out there in the schools, in the churches, in the communities.
Thank you very much, sir. It's hard work, but we have to do it.
Of course.
It's part of our mandate. So, and we enjoy the moment of interacting with others as well.
Precisely, and I think they enjoy that moment as well. And I especially when I see and hear the children in particular, doing their little thing, it seems as though they're into it and they're really enjoying what they're doing. And I'm really happy that you all are working, especially with the primary schoolers. Mr. Dyer, I understand that there's a system out there in the Atlantic. We are hoping that it will not affect us, but we are being put on guard just in case. Tell us a little bit more about the system that is brewing out there in the Atlantic at the moment.
Yes, sir. You're speaking of Tropical Storm Erin.
Yes.
The National Hurricane Center has published the 5 p.m. report, and its summary says that at 5 p.m. the center of Tropical Storm Erin was located near latitude 16.3 degrees north, 45.0 degrees west, or about 1,200 miles or 1930 kilometers east of the northern Leeward Islands. Maximum sustained winds 50 miles per hour or 85 kilometers per hour. Present movement towards the west 270 degrees at 17 miles per hour. Minimum central pressure 1001 millibars or 29.56 inches. There are no coastal watches or warning in effect. However, interest in the northern Leeward Islands and Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico should monitor the progress of Erin. Again, at 5 p.m., Erin was located near latitude 16.3 degrees north, longitude 45.0 degrees west. Moving towards the west near 17, this general motion is expected to continue into Thursday with a west-northwesterly movement beginning Thursday night and continuing into the weekend. On this forecast track, the center of Erin is likely to move near or just north of the Leeward Islands over the weekend. Maximum sustained winds are increasing and currently are now near 50 miles an hour, with gradual strengthening forecasting during the next couple of days. Erin expected to become a hurricane on Friday. Tropical storm force winds extend outwards up to 60 miles, and the minimal central pressure is 1001 millibars. Hazard affecting land, we can expect some swells generated from Erin as it passes through the northern or to the north of the Leeward Islands and Virgin Islands. These swells can cause rip currents, so we would see some advisory on Friday or late Thursday afternoon going out to the mariners and boaters regarding rip currents, etc. With regards to rainfall, we can expect some rain on Friday, Saturday, and into Sunday, as the feeder bands and outer bands of the tropical storm and Hurricane Erin would be passing to the north of us. Based on the track and current movement, we can expect Erin to be at its closest point. I know it's slowing down as the forward speed slows down when the storm usually increases in strength. But currently on its current track and speed, it is expected to pass to the north of St. Kitts Nevis by 2 a.m. on Saturday.
How far from us is it based on its track right now? Because I know some of these storms are very erratic. Sometimes they wobble, sometimes they move back south, sometimes they move a little north. But based on what is happening right now and the projection, how close are we expecting it to pass to us?
On its current track, we can expect Erin to pass about 250 miles to the north of us.
So which means we should be quite safe.
We should be safe, but we should also get some rain bands, some of which could be heavy, and in thunderstorms as well could develop. So we can have serious downpours and probably lightning strikes as well. So we're hoping that he maintains the northerly track as soon as possible. You know, as you indicated, it's unpredictable. The further west it moves, it comes closer to the islands. And
So we want it to start moving more northwest.
we want it moved northwest as soon as possible.
Okay.
The quicker it does that, the better for all of us. All right, but on its current track, we can expect it to pass about 200 miles, 250 miles to the north of us.
And so you're saying that based on what you just said, because you say it's expected to pass about 250 miles to the north of us,
Yeah.
but we are also expecting some rain bands. So you're saying that these rain bands, these feeder bands, extend up to 250 miles? Probably.
The feeder bands is the bands that are pulled, are sucked into the storm. So it will be pulling moisture and clouds from further afield into this system, right? And then the outer bands is the spiral band that breaking away based on the rotation. So we can expect rainfall from not only feeder bands but also the bands that are breaking away from the storm as well.
Okay.
So we can expect rainfall Friday up to Sunday.
Friday up to Sunday.
Yes.
Is there anything that we need to do, residents here in St. Kitts and Nevis need to do to prepare for whatever little possible impacts we may get from Erin?
Well, we are almost at the statistical peak of the hurricane season, so
Yes.
we are anticipating, based on our public awareness campaign, that persons have taken heed. You know, so
You know, people tend to take things for granted nowadays, you know.
I understand that, but it's important for persons to take the public awareness serious and to put things in place to ensure that their homes are in a state of readiness. Right. Also, they should have already stocked up on some dry food and food that can last for some time outside the refrigerator. We also encourage persons to trim your trees, because you know those can become missiles, or you know breaking branches can destroy property in close proximity. They are light objects that are sometimes thrown around in the yard casually. Those can become missiles, projectiles during tropical storms and hurricanes. So we expect persons to clean their yards, ensure that they have appropriate material in place in the event that we have to make an appeal to batten down, that you can batten your home. Take photos of what you have in your home, ensure that your homes are insured, ensure that you have your emergency kit, first aid kit is important. Pack your go bags. You should have clothes for at least 3 days in the event you have to evacuate. You never know what can happen. You establish communications with your friends and neighbors, in not only in your immediate environment but across the island. You never know if you'll have to evacuate to a different port or part of the island. Know where your shelters are. Know the shelter, where to get the shelter house, how quickly you can get to the shelter. Also, you have to know the shelter procedures. When you get to a shelter, you just don't walk in. You have to go through a registration process. Ensure that you have your medication, your passports, other critical documents with you. Some cash as well. And it's important to have water that can last you and your family at a minimum of 3 days. We would provide some food and water at the shelters, but it's important that you bring your own, because you know conditions could become dangerous for an extended period of time, and we would have to delay delivery to the shelters. So it's a holistic approach for preparedness. We also partner with the utility companies. They also have a long list that they are publishing and have on radio to ensure that a message is received by the general public. We also have some private institutions, such as some of the banks, some of the businesses also have notices on radio. So even if the disaster management miss something, that it is covered by one of our partners, because it's a holistic approach and coordinated approach to disaster management. So we continue to build relationships, make an appeal for volunteers, and if and when the call of duty comes and we have to react, then we react. But we try to be proactive at all times.
Fantastic. If you're just joining us, you are in tune to the Eastern Caribbean Spa House, and I'm with Mr. Brian Dyer. He's the head of the Disaster Management Department. We are discussing general preparedness for the hurricane season and what is brewing out there. If you have Mr. Dyer will not be with us much longer, so if you have a quick question I would like to pose to him, please. You can call in 869-469-1616, 869-469-1700. Mr. Dyer, I know that you are aware in terms of what is happening in the other Caribbean islands. When you look at Nevis and when you look at the other Caribbean islands in terms of our building codes and so on, how prepared do you think we are for major storms?
For major storms greater than Category 3, then, nothing much you can do. The building codes, we are upgrading our building code from Category 2 Western Category 3 storms to Category 5. It takes significant amount of effort to prepare for Cat 5.
Okay, we have a caller. Could you stick a pin there? Good evening, caller. You're live and on the mark.
Good evening, Honorable.
Good evening, sir. How are you doing?
Not too bad, not too bad. Let me say something here with the case. Now, I listen to both of you speaking about the dust.
Mm-hmm.
And I prefer the dust and not dust at all.
You prefer the dust, you said?
I prefer the dust to keep down the hurricane.
Okay.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But let me ask again the question, because we always sending people to hurricane shelter. My question is, hurricane shelter is a building that's strong, and what kind of roof they have and windows? Because my thinking is hurricane shelter should be a concrete roof, and then window I could pull in, let them old time window, and I think I feel safe in them, but not with galvanized roof. According to how the wind gets under the galvanized roof, everything. So all of you going to see the sky and the star up there and the rain come down. So that's my thing when people speaking about hurricane shelters. I think hurricane shelters should be concrete roof, and then window to pull in that. You feel comfortable, safe as a hurricane shelter. That's to me. Not no galvanized roof at all.
All right, I'll let the expert answer you. Thank you.
All right.
All right. Thank you for your call, sir. Yes. To answer your question, the hurricane shelters, some are equipped with concrete roofs, some are equipped with galvanized, just as the regular homes around the island. The building code that we have, or the OECS building code, is being enforced by the Physical Planning Department, and the homes on Nevis are built to code.
As a matter of fact, we were just talking about that.
Yes.
Yes.
So I'm really not worried about hurricanes 1 and 2. The code is such, and the homes on Nevis are such that the integrity should withstand comfortably a hurricane of Category 1 and 2. Category 3, however, with winds above 111 miles an hour to winds in excess of 155 miles an hour, Cat 5. These are serious concerns, and regardless of your construction, you can expect catastrophic damage. But the shelters on Nevis are fortified. We have shutters for the windows. I know you prefer the old wooden window shutters pull in, but we have the aluminum shutters for all our shelters. We have concrete roof for at least 4 of the shelters. The others are galvanized roof, but the facilities are sound and should be able to withstand the elements. In the event of a shelter being compromised, then we'll have to relocate persons to other facilities for long-term sheltering. But similarly, the homes on the island are fortified and built to code, just as the shelters have been built to code.
Well, Mr. Dye, I think think that strengthened what you were about to speak about when I asked you that question a while ago, in terms of the homes and so on. And so I totally agree with you. I know that we haven't had anything major for a while, and we are happy for that. We hope we don't get anything this year. But I think that we have been standing up pretty well where that is concerned. And so, Mr. Dyer, it has been good having you here. Anything else? Any more words you want to leave with the members of the general public, where the hurricane season is concerned, where Erin is concerned, before you leave us?
Well, I just want to ensure that persons continue to pay attention to the Powerhouse Bond Radio and messages being disseminated from the Met Services on St. Kitts and Nevis, and also the NEMA and the Nevis Disaster Management Department. We are the official voices for disseminating information on the weather and other hazard that could impact us at any time, so we want persons to ensure that they pay attention to messages disseminated from the departments. The department at the Nevis Disaster Management, we can be reached at 869-469-1423, 869-469-7903, and for the remainder of the hurricane season, and we have activated some other lines. We have 869-469-1922, 869-469-5449, 869-469-7490, 869-469-0696, 869-469-0995. And if everything has failed, then my cell number 869-668-6401.
So that doesn't happen. All right, we have another quick caller online. Good evening, caller. You're live and on the mark.
Good evening, sir.
How are you doing?
Mr. Dyer.
Yes.
Mr. Dyer, you are very good as usual. I have to give it to you.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Now, my thing to you is this. How about educating the public about the pressures of their roof? Like, example, which window you can open or keep closed depending on where the storm is coming from and all that. Because sometimes I believe because persons don't know why they just lose their roof. Because I have been to like Hugo and all that, and when the storm is saying I'm coming from this way or that way, I try to open windows at different ends, including a bathroom window. Sometimes depends on how much roof overhang the house has. That could be a danger too. The other thing with the overhang is that depends on how much you have. The water depends on how much rain the storm come with. While it is passing, it go wet down your house too. But I guess the wet is better than the roof goes. So but please, give us some information about that. You understand my question, right?
Yes, I understand.
So please talk about that to us, that persons who don't really understand about that, even me could be refreshed. So, thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Have a good night now.
Thank you for your call.
Okay.
Yes, based on the caller's experience, sometimes persons would leave one or two windows open on the opposite side of where the storm is passing. So if the storm is passing or trajectory is on the north side, then you can open a window on the south side to balance the pressure in the house rather than having everything boxed in, right? Sometimes though that work in the reverse though, it doesn't work well all the time, but it's important that you release some of the pressure in the homes, because it could affect your eardrum as well, especially if there is a major storm and the pressure is really, really low. You can feel the pressure inside closed areas. So it is important sometimes to leave at least one small opening on the opposite side of where the storm is passing. That is what the caller was referring to.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, Mr. Dyer, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure having you, and I guess we can have you again and sometime along before the season is over. It's always good to have you with the wealth of information that you have. It's always good to have you with us here on the mat. So thank you so very much for consenting to come this evening at such short notice.
Thank you very much, sir, and good night to your listeners.
Thank you very much. There you had it from Mr. Brian Dyer. He's the head of the Disaster Management Department here on the island of Nevis, and of course he has been enlightening us with regards to the 2025 hurricane season, what we can expect, what we should do, where the shelters are, and of course what we can expect on this coming weekend with the approach of Tropical Storm Erin. Also, once again, we say thanks to Mr. Dyer for taking time to be with us on the mark this evening. Well, as I did indicate, we have other matters to discuss this evening. We have just come out of Culturama, and of course I called in on the mark last week, but I'm here in person this evening. And so this evening, we're going to do things a little different this evening. We're just going to be focusing on our winners from Culturama 51. I would call it the winner's circle this evening. And so we're going to be just reminding you as to who our winners were for Culturama 51, and we're going to be hearing from some of the music from some of our winners. But before we get into that, there was a little message that I put together in terms of thanking folks and for Culturama for the participation and so on. And so I just want to let us all give a listen to that short message, that brief message that I would have done, that I would have recorded only last week. So let's give a listen to that message.
Good day, everyone. I am pleased to greet you at the conclusion of another successful Culturama Festival, our 51st edition, hosted from July the 24th to August the 5th, 2025. As the Minister of Culture, I am delighted to report that I am generally satisfied with the way C51 unfolded. Additionally, I am satisfied with the overall planning and execution of the Caribbean's greatest Summer Lime for 2025. Coming on the heels of a hugely successful C50 and Homecoming, I dare say that C51 did not disappoint. The hosting of the festival's pageants and competitions continue to improve, especially with regards to start time and overall length, adding to the pleasant experience at the events. Most of the feedback that I have received clearly demonstrate that the competitions were of a very high standard, and patrons were not disappointed. As someone who attended all of the events, I can only conclude that the overall quality was excellent. The attendance at the events was also generally satisfactory. The Culturama Food Fair continues to be one of the largest events on the calendar, and for this year it again lived up to expectation. It was again hosted at the Malcolm Gishard Recreational Park, where the atmosphere and ambience were just right. This event continues to attract a large number of vendors. Our street activities, as usual, attracted large crowds, and this was evident during Juve and Parade of Troops and Last Lap. There was standing room only on the streets of Charlestown for both events, which clearly indicates that persons were out in their numbers to support the festival. Despite the fact that the number of registered troops was down this year, that did not affect the support for the event. I commend all of the organizers of the fringe activities, and from all reports, they too were well received and of a high standard. We thank you for making the decision to partner with us again this year. I take this opportunity to congratulate the winners of the various C51 competitions. Your hard work and commitment paid dividends. I also say a special thank you to all of the other participants in the various events hosted for C51. We are truly indebted to you, as without you, C51 would not have been possible. I would also like to say thanks to all of our patrons who came out in large numbers to support all of the activities. Your overwhelming support was very much appreciated. Let me also thank our relatives and friends from the diaspora, as well as our brothers and sisters from the sister Isle of St. Kitts for your massive show of support for the festival. Of course, there is no Culturama without our brothers and sisters from St. Kitts, and so we say thank you for your usual show of support and solidarity. We do appreciate the contributions from our sponsors who again in 2025 exhibited your confidence in the festival by partnering with us for C51. We are truly grateful for the support of our long-standing sponsors and for those who came on board for the first time this year. We do look forward to your support again in 2026 and beyond. I absolutely must give special commendation to the members of the 2025 Culturama Committee for delivering a successful Culturama Festival. To the first-time committee chair, Mr. Swain Evelyn, and his entire hard-working, committed, and dedicated team, words are not enough to say how grateful I am for a job well done. Yes, there is always room for improvement, but despite the late start and various challenges, the committee delivered. To the hard-working medical team from the Alexandra Hospital that was present at every event, we say a very big thank you. We do appreciate your service. Patrons generally felt safe during C51, and this was primarily due to the excellent security protocols adopted by the members of the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force. To Superintendent Carty and all of the hard-working police officers, we are truly indebted to you. Thank you very much. To the Premier and members of the Cabinet of the Nevis Island Administration, thanks for your continued support. I'm also extremely pleased to announce that apart from the few unfortunate incidents that took place during last lap, Culturama 51 was relatively accident, incident, and crime-free. To God be the glory. Thanks to the revelers and event patrons for being on your best behavior. Let me once again commend and thank all who made C51 the success that it was. We do look forward to seeing all of you again for Culturama 52 to be hosted from July 23rd to August 4th, 2026. Planning for C52 will commence in earnest very shortly. To one and all, thank you for demonstrating your Nivision pride, which is second to none for Culturama 51. Thanks again to all, and God bless.
Well, thank you very much. I hope I would have covered all of the bases there with that thank you note. I want once again to say thanks to all who are involved. Well, we have another 1 hour. It's at the top of the hour. It's 9 o'clock. We'll be here until 10. Still have some grounds to cover. And just before we continue in terms of our winners and highlighting our winners and getting some songs from our winners, I just want at this point in time, do we have a caller? Yeah, we have a caller line. Good evening, caller. You're live and on the mark.
Hello, good evening.
Yes.
I would like to send sympathy greetings to the Huggins family there in Church Ground.
Yes.
And those in Atlanta, especially Avril, on the passing of her niece Tishan. Avril, continue to hold on to God's holding hand. He will take care of you. He will comfort you in this difficult time. Anyway, I love you. Stay strong.
Thank you so much. I did intend to pass on those condolences, but thank you for calling in to remind. Thank you. All right.
Welcome.
Okay. And so what I'm going to do right about now, I'm going to launch the slogan competition for Culturama 52. The Culturama Secretariat is currently accepting entries for the Culturama 52 slogan competition. Slogans submitted for the Culturama 52 slogan competition should be short, original, creative and catchy, no more than 8 to 10 words, to capture the true spirit of the Nevis Culturama Festival. Slogans used by any other festival or carnival committee will not be accepted. All entries must be submitted to the Culturama Secretariat, Cotton Ginnery Mall, Charlestown, by Friday, October the 31st, 2025. Alternatively, entries can be emailed to slogan@culturamanavis.com. Please note that entries will not be accepted over the phone. The winner will receive 2 complimentary passes for all Culturama 52 ticketed events, a plaque and a cash prize of EC $500. The Nevis Culturama Committee reserves the right to use the winning slogan during its planned extensive promotion of Culturama 52 to be celebrated from July the 23rd to August the 4th, 2026. I must also indicate that registration is now open for the senior pageants and the Mr. and Miss Talented Youth pageant, and registration will close on Friday, November the 28th. And so, getting that out of the way, as I indicated, this evening we will be highlighting our winners for C51. For those who may not have known who the winners are, I will be indicating the winners from the various shows, the various events, the various pageants, and we're going to be hearing from the winners from the various Calypso and Soca competitions. And so we start with the First Federal Cooperative Credit Union Greenhouse Band Junior Calypso Contest that was hosted on Wednesday, July the 23rd. The winner was the Mighty J, first runner-up Mighty Zen, second runner-up Legacy, third runner-up Princess Callie, and fourth runner-up Star. In the National Bank Miss Culture Swimwear and Mr. Cool competition, for the Mr. Cool, the winner was Shamar Pemberton, first runner-up Vogel Marsham, and second runner-up Joyston Eddy. For the Miss Swimwear, the winner was Jamie Peets, and the first runner-up Karina Dorr. In the National Bank Group Panorama Contest held on Monday, July the 28th, the winner was the Nevis Community Development Steel Orchestra, and the first runner-up was the Oali Rhythms Steel Orchestra. In the Republic Bank Mr. and Miss Talented Youth Pageant, the winner was Micah Prince and Taznaje Wilkin of the Elizabeth Pemberton Primary School. First runner-up Al J. Gishard and Charisia Latouche of the Ivor Walters Primary, and second runner-up Zakeem Bailey and Kalisha Gerald of the Charlestown Primary. In the National Bank Soca Monarch Contest, in the Groovy category, the winner was Adowa, that's the new Groovy King, first runner-up Decider, and second runner-up Rocco Dan. And of course, in the power category, the winner was Russ Brown and Rocco Dan, which is a repeat from last year. And first runner-up Big Six, and second runner-up Russ Kelly. In the TDC Senior Calypso Finals, winner, and history was made with the first female monarch. Empress Lyric was the winner. First runner-up Decider, and second runner-up King This and That. In the Bank of Nevis Miss Culture Queen Pageant, the winner was our new Miss Culture, Miss Renee Davis, and the first runner-up, Miss Akida Nesbitt. And for the street activities in the folklore, the winner was David Dynasty Masquerade. For the float, the winner was Queen Bee, and the Queen Bee of the Strings, and the first runner-up was Different Culture One People. And for the fantasy, the winner, Julie Mango, portrayed by the Four Seasons Resort. First runner-up Anastasia Revelers, and the Road March winner was Decider. And so what we're going to do from now until the end of the show, we're going to be featuring some music from our winners for the C52, starting with our Junior Calypso Monarch, the Mighty J.
In this day and age we are sitting instead of sticking to liberty. Violence is raging and the guns are just the same. But when I look at our crying mothers, it puts our nation to shame. No matter the struggles, the worries, no matter, I am here to make a change. Oh, I'm still awake, too much shame, too much pain. Still awake, sing it again and again. Still awake, gunman never late. We are the chain, this is not a game. Still awake. For every mother who crying pain, how long she gonna wait for this train? To try to smile, not crying pain. But not again, high time we stand. Time to reclaim. Leaders, I am here to declare that I am still waiting. When I look round the land of beauty, but heartaches and misery, roots crying so silent, yet we boast of pride and liberty. Hypocrisy exposed reality. How long before we truly see? It's not written policy. Now you know it's not for me. Oh, still I wait too much shade them up blame. Still I wait sing it again and again. Still I wait gonna never late. We are the chain, this is not a game. Still I wait for every mother who crying pain. How long she gonna wait for this train? To travel smile, not crying pain. But not again. High time we stand. Time to reclaim. Oh, yeah. Leaders, how much longer must we wait? We blame the leaders, we blame the law, but you correcting all of their wrong. No skill, but full of pride. Change is a mirror we have to fight. You got the ground, you can't pay the bill. You got the youth man climbing the hill. So let me wake up and start to leave. Not just for them, but running full speed away. Still I wait too much, shade them up blade. Still I wait, sing it again and again. Still I wait, but I never late. We are the chain, this is not a game. Still I wait for every mother who is in bed. How long she gonna wait for this train? To try to smile, not crying pain. But not again, high time we stand. Time to reclaim. Even I am tired of this waiting. Listen to me. I love change, it is better for the future. When the youth on the streets, heart beats right faster. But when I look at Berlin in town, division pride really second to none. The higher we shout, let the earth feel proud. Change is not today. Oh, still I wait too much, shape them up play. Still I wait, sing it again and again. Still I wait, but I never late. We are the chain, this is not a game. Still I wait for every mother who crying pain. How long she gonna wait for this train? To drive us time, not crying pain. But not again, high time we stand. Time to reclaim. Lead us, Lord. Mighty J, shining out. We still awake. Thank you.
That was the Mighty J with a powerful tune there. Of course, he repeated, and he won last year as well. The Junior Calypso Monarch, Mighty J, one he called Still Awaiting. Let's take in the sound now of the first runner-up, the Mighty Zen, Skip the Hollering.
Culturama dead, that is all I can hear about our 51st festival. So many complaints, but nothing I give, and no one wants to participate. But here I am, the mighty Zen, about to tell some truths about the attitude, new visions need to change soon. Culture is for all of we got to make it. We can't deceive on decent and expect things to be alright. We need to get off waiting and put some vibe in this. complaining now about the government not doing nothing to boost this thing. It's up to us to pull our weight to make this festival great. This festival is all our week to put our hands in the plow and dig up into our hearts and minds to find the culture we love. Our folklore, food and stories are our shared memories. Who do we expect to share knowledge, putting it out there? Stop letting the politics suffocate our heritage, because it's the culture. My God, it's the culture. Come out of your shells and take it into the world. Skip the hollering, merrily we roll along. Roll along, roll along, from Gingerland to Castleside. Our stories reaching wide. A parody, a toast, a song. Our roots are deep, our voices strong. Oh, glorious, how sweet that sound. Let's keep the culture going strong. It's time to rise up and breathe fresh air to elevate our festival. The time is now for renewed pride in things we call our own. Young and old, this land we love is bursting at the seams. With natural talent unlimited, our culture should not be dead. Our word to our government, invest in our heritage, put more money on the land to make this festival shine. Our creatives are crying to feel like they're worth their time, because it's the culture. My God, it's the culture. This festival is what showcases we life. Skip the hollering, merrily we roll along. Roll along, roll along, from Gingerland to Castleside. Our stories reaching wide. A parody, a toast, a song. Our roots are deep, our voices strong. Oh, glorious, how sweet that sound. Let's keep the culture going strong. Merrily we roll along, roll along, roll along. Merrily we roll along, from Gingerland to Castleside. Merrily we roll along, roll along, roll along. Merrily we roll along, from Gingerland to Castleside. Goodbye, mister. Goodbye, dear. Goodbye, children, until another year.
All right, that was the Mighty Zen, the first runner-up spot there. Well, unfortunately we don't have the music for the second runner-up, Legacy, and the third runner-up, Princess Callie, but we do have the music for the fourth runner-up from Star. It's Nevis. Seems as though we don't have that one either. Okay, we will move now to the Soca Monarch competition. And so for the groovy segment, our winner was the Adawa with Sailing on the Party Boat.
Oh, we on the party boat. Yeah, we on the party boat. We step for a defense club. Now we on a party boat. To get a good vibe, to feel a good vibe. Ladies in a feelings club. It's when the sweetness come up. To get a good vibe, to feel a good vibe. Don't really matter where you come from. Just come check the vibes. We celebrating life. Oh, oh, women present from dusk till dawn. Just come check the vibes. We celebrating matter where you come from, just come check the vibes. We celebrating life. Oh, oh. Women fetting from dusk till dawn. Just come check the vibes. We celebrating life. Sailing on the party boat. Women rocking all about. Sailing, check how we sailing. Sailing on the party boat. Hands are high from north to south. Sailing, check how we sailing.
Well, if you did not go to the Soca Monarch competition, you missed a masterful performance by Adawa. So that was the new groovy Monarch, Adawa, sailing on the party boat. Let's hear now from the Cider, Unavailable, first runner-up.
It's me, what? If you never know something, you know.
Sorry about that.
So I say, I don't have time to imitate.
I am unavailable, not available. The weekend is here. That means one thing, we gonna party. We gonna drink we rum and enjoy ourselves. We gonna party. That means it's endless jamming from night till morning. Playing music pumping and the liquor flowing. Watch me now, bus bending over and waistline under pressure. It's murder. What? So from Friday back to Sunday. And the early part of Monday, we are limits, we are limits. So don't call my phone, I up in the party zone. We are limits. Right now I am unavailable, unavailable. Don't try to call me, don't try to reach me. Too much noise in here. Right now I could hardly hear. I am unavailable, not available. When we stepping at the place, you don't know it's endless space. We are the life of the party. And when we come out to life, you don't know that we're wasting no time. We just party. That means it's endless jamming from night till morning. Play the music pumping and the liquor flowing. Watch me now, bumpers bending over and waistline under pressure. It's murder. Back to Sunday and the early part of Monday. We are limits, we are limits. So don't call my phone, I up in the party zone. We are limits. Right now I am unavailable, unavailable. Don't try to call me, don't try to reach me. Too much noise in here. Right now I could hardly hear. I am unavailable, not available. So from Friday back to Sunday and the early part of Monday, we are limits, we are limits. So don't call my phone, I up in the party zone. We are limits, limits. What? How are you say? I can't come there now, cause I'm unavailable, unavailable. Too much noise in here, right now I could hardly hear. I am unavailable, not available.
That's decided. He himself also captured the road match title, and now we go to the second runner-up, Rokodan, with Last Breath.
It's me, Rokodan. If you never know something about me, now you know. So I say, I don't have to imitators and bad energy. I don't look out for them, cause they don't look out for me. They say they are my best friend, but still not believe me. I don't keep bad company, so I say to myself. So even if you come right down to me last breath, I must wait on somebody. Tell them don't come look for me. I will move to pass me, don't stop, just pass me. I ain't looking for no company. I take it as a pie and I say, so I go throw my hands in the air, in the air, in the air, in the air. Watch my hands in the air, in the air. Lord, if I did something wrong, can you forgive me? Why? On the stage I'm meant to be with friends and families. Can you feel the music pumping? All who are behaving me, big friends and frenemies. Then let me tell you something. So even if I fail, I try again. My achievements are better than I could not believe it, but now I see it. Yeah, they pretend they let me with false pretense, but I come me with so much confidence, and I mean it. You better believe it.
pass me, don't stop, just pass me. I ain't looking for no company. I take it, that's in my head, that's right. So I go to my hands in the air, in the air, in the air, in the air. Watch my hands in the air, in the air. Lord, if I did something wrong, can you forgive me? Nobody could stop this greatness. I've been here for so long. I love soca since I born. Nobody could stop this shine. This year is mine, so I can take what's mine. I don't have time with haters and bad energy. I don't look out for them, cause they don't look out for me. They say they are my best friend, but still not believe me. I don't keep bad company, so I say to myself, so even if you come right up to me last breath, I must win on somebody. Tell them don't come look for me. I will use to pass me, don't stop, just pass me. I ain't looking for no company. I take it, that's my head, that's it. So I go to my hands in the air, in the air, in the air, in the air. Watch my hands in the air, in the air. Lord, if I did something wrong, can you forgive me?
All right, that was Rokodan, Last Breath, and let's move straight into the power segment. Our monarchs this year once again. Russ Brown and Rokodan with Mosquito. Let's give a listen.
Hey yo, Russ Brown and Rokodan in the place. How you know say? Never mind the context. Let's go. Boom. Everybody clap. Sing it with myself. Man and woman be say. Here we go. When these boys come in at the place, but they must see them a wind up their waist. They
All right, Rokodan and Russ Brown there with Mosquito, and now we head into Big Six with Shake It, first runner-up.
I love the way the girls them a dance. I love the way they shake it off, yeah.
All right, Big Six here. Well, if you're just joining us, yes, you are in tune to the Powerhouse, and it's on the mark. We're in the winner's circle tonight from C51. And now we go to the second runner-up, Raskelly, Show the World.
Let me show the world. Let me show the world how we get on, how we get on, how we get on. This is it. Take a jump together now. Put your hands up together now. Take a jump together now. Put your hands up together now. Left hand in the air. Let me know your hair. Right hand in the air. Let me know your hair. Left hand in the air. Let me know your hair. Right hand in the air. Let me know your hair. When it comes to carnival, all we are family. When it comes to bacchanal, all we are family. Put your hands up in the air. Let me see you jump in the air. Put your hands up in the air. Let me see you jump in the air. Move like a family in the grand parade. A lot of us parade. Everybody know. Jump on the stage, jump on the stage. Every year we gather up to celebrate we festival. We festival. Like one big family, we ready for mass. We jumping like this carnival is with us. Smoke in the air from the barbecue chicken. Drinks on ice and everybody feels so nice. We come to play mass once again. Again. This is the time of year. This is the time when everybody meet again. When we meet. The teachers and the vision, we ready not to jump up for the festival again. Festival. We jumping in the grand parade. In the grand parade. I want to see the hands in the parade. Hands in the air. Together now. Jump and jump up. Together now. Jump your hands up. Together now. Take a jump up. Together now. Put your hands up. Together now. Left hand in the air. Let me know your hair. Right hand in the air. Let me know your hair. Left hand in the air. Let me know your hair. Right hand in the air. Let me know your hair. When it comes to carnival, all we are family. When it comes to bacchanal, all we are family. Put your hands up in the air. Let me see you jump in the air. Put your hands up in the air. Let me see you jump in the air. Jump up in the grand parade. A lot of us parade. Everybody know. Jump on the stage. Jump on the stage. People come from all over to celebrate the festival. The festival. So long we ready not to jump off the mass. We come to play mass once again. Smoke in the air from the barbecue chicken. Drinks on ice and everybody feels so nice. That's why we play mass once again. Again. This is the time of year. This is the time when everybody meet again. When we meet. The teachers and the vision, we ready not to jump up for the festival again. Festival. We jumping in the grand parade. In the grand parade. I want to see the hands in the air. Hands in the air. Together now. Jump and jump up. Together now. Put your hands up. Together now. Take a jump up. Together now. Put your hands up. Together now. Left hand in the air. Let me know your hair. Right hand in the air. Let me know your hair. Left hand in the air. Let me know your hair. Right hand in the air. Let me know your hair. Jump and jump up. Together now. Put your hands up. Together now. Take a jump up. Together now. Put your hands up. Together now. Left hand in the air. Let me know your hair. Right hand in the air. Let me know your hair. Left hand in the air. Let me know your hair. Right hand in the air. Let me know your hair.
All right, that was Raskelly, Show the World, and now we're going to go back to the Junior Calypso winners. We got things sorted out, and we're going to get a piece of Legacy now, who came second runner-up with her tune Penultimate.
Culturama will captivate you.
Open my partner.
each clip still held a scene. I passed some time before, not out of fear. And if you're waiting for me to fall, that won't happen, no, not at all. I face it all. Once my voice don't fail me, watch me captivate, and my pen don't fail me. Watch me captivate you, lyrics poetically. Watch me captivate you, on the stage I'm so free. Watch me captivate you, watch me captivate you. I captivate you yet? I can't believe me can't buy. Why? Da-da-da-da. You see me pass, but I've never given in. I got the stars underneath my beautiful skin. Not every mark was clean or bland, but each one taught me how to stand. I hold the mic, I've held my breath, and if you're waiting for me to fall, that won't happen, no, not at all. I face it all. Once my voice don't fail me, yes, watch me captivate, and my pen don't fail me. Watch me captivate you, lyrics poetically. Watch me captivate you, on the stage I'm so free. Watch me captivate you, watch me captivate you. Yes, sir! You hear me? The pen still not listen me, boy. Ah. Da-da-da-da. Yeah, pen, our moment is right now. I'll sharpen up every lyric, every vowel. No more delay, no second guess. Just the truth and nothing less. I want the pathway so we slip. And if you're waiting for me to fall, that won't happen, no, not at all. I face it all. Once my voice don't fail me, yes, watch me captivate, and my pen don't fail me. Watch me captivate you, lyrics poetically. Watch me captivate you, on the stage I'm so free. Watch me captivate you, watch me captivate you. I will captivate you, Culturama will captivate you. Yes, sir!
All right, that was Legacy's second runner-up, and now we're taking a little bit of the fourth runner-up, Star. It's Nevis.
Welcome to the land that boasts of sheer natural beauty, my island.
That was fourth runner-up Star, and now we go to the TDC Senior Calypso Contest, and we're going to start off with our second runner-up, King This and That, with Help Me Pray.
Hear me now. This is a message to the nation. A very serious message. I'm tired sing about crime in this federation. How we destroying the nation, but like them youths not listening at all. Because the more we try to find a solution, the more youths we see gone down, causing pain and suffering to all. It's like this young generation gone insane, or they drinking water messing with their brain. Cause this criminal behavior is affecting all of us, brother. All that's left for us to do now is hope and pray that them youths will put their guns away. So let me pray now. Father, we look to you for guidance to bring peace and love to this land. In order to put an end to this ignorance, we need your divine intervention. Father, show us the way, the truth and light, to put them youths on the right path, so that night and day we could find a way to give them all a fresh start. But we just can't give up on them. We have to solve the problem. Father, show some mercy on this small nation. Please, please, touch them youths with your healing hand. Break them up and show them a brighter future, Father, so we could live together. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Bam, 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 bam. Every day I ask myself this question: where all them guns coming from, and how them youths are able to pay, and where the hell they get all this ammunition? Who is their real connection? Cause them youths don't walk no way. They're killing each other for malice and spite, committing murder in the broad daylight. No fear of retribution. They don't care at all about right or wrong. That's why I go on my knees with me head in the air and take it to the good Lord in prayer. So help me pray now. Father, we look to you for guidance to bring peace and love to this land. In order to put an end to this ignorance, we need your divine intervention. Father, show us the way, the truth and light, to put them youths on the right path, so that night and day we could find a way to give them all a fresh start. For we just can't give up on them. We have to solve the problem. Father, show some mercy on this small nation. Please, please, touch them youths with your healing hand. Raise them up and show them a brighter future, Father, so we could live together. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
King This and That, second runner-up. Let's now hear from Decider, Caribbean Integration.
shadow and choppers lamented in song. They critique the construct of Caribbean integration. Choppers describe the blood type of Carrie Festa, supporting cultural exchange in the diaspora. Shadow touted oneness to his listenership, promoting a single Caribbean citizenship. Sparrow agreed, another contemporary, highlighting benefits beyond mere solidarity. Why then do we reject this great anthem and refuse to embrace our brothers them?
For instance,
when we hear about them Jamaicans, we say that they scampish like Nigerians.
so we hate them for this. Yes, we hate them for this.
Big hustlers, top scammers, that's what they are. They trying to full up their cookie jar,
And we hate them for that. We dislike them for that.
But the music and dance be a double norm. We pay big money just to see them perform. We love the way they speak, so we use their slangs. Listen to us sing, chant down Babylon.
Yes, we love them for that. We adore them for that.
No wonder we can't achieve one Caribbean, cause we're hypocrites
Towards integration.
In the year of 73, they formed CARICOM with 15 member states and over 80 million. The OECS is comprised of 12 countries, created to stabilize member economies. But free movement causing intense controversy, deciding who all should benefit from citizenry. Sending countries continue to take advantage, receiving sovereignties crying they're just getting baggage. We don't share their values, scorn some of them, and sadly them in the
That's Decider with Caribbean integration as we make way for our history-making monarch for 2025, Empress Lyric with The Black Woman.
Rise up, my people. We are more than what we think we are. We have been warriors. We are empress. So my children, put him in chains. They scattered my children to many lands so strange. They call me a savage, put me in bondage, and each time they rape me, they thought they could rape me. But I'm the first woman of all creation, cognizant of my manifest destiny, to protect and shepherd my enslaved children. Then one day restore their majesty. For I am the warrior queen in England, the powerful Cleopatra. I am the spirit of my ancestors, Harriet Tubman and Sojourner. I am Queen Annie of Jamaica, Winnie Mandela in South Africa. I am their rebirth, and I know my worth. The black woman, the most powerful force on earth. The conscious black woman is the most powerful force on earth. I see the sharks swimming behind the slave ships. Soon soon they will be feeding on who wouldn't survive the trip. Yes, I see mothers holding their babies, jumping to the high seas. What a great decision, the ultimate rebellion. So many perish crossing the Atlantic. 1.4 million, I've been told. But I vow to endure and survive the trip and share their stories with the world. For I am the warrior Queen Insignia, the powerful Cleopatra. I am the spirit of my ancestors, Harriet Tubman and Sojourner. I am Queen Annie of Jamaica, Winnie Mandela in South Africa. I am the reaper, and I know my worth, the black woman, the most powerful force on earth. The conscious black woman is the most powerful force on earth. I've seen warriors humiliated, my very eyes, sodomized and emasculated, and shushed the children when they cried. I had to protect them, mold and prepare them for the uprising that I knew was coming. I would use my wives to distract the slaves.
Yes, that's the sounds of Empress Lyric, our history-making monarch, First Lady, to capture the crown, the Senior Calypso Monarch title here in 2025, right in Queen City, Nevis for Culturama 51, and with the powerful tune, The Black Woman. And of course, we did it a little different this evening for On The Mark. We call it the Winner's Circle, where we featured some of our winners for C51. And of course, we also remind you that the slogan competition has been launched for C52, and the deadline for submission is Friday, October the 31st, 2025. We also want to remind you that registration is now open for the senior pageants and the Mr. and Miss Talented Youth pageant, and the registration will close for those competitions on Friday, November the 28th. Of course, earlier on we heard from Mr. Brian Dyer, the head of the Nevis Disaster Management Department. We were so happy to have him. And so, of course, it has been my pleasure being here, being your host on The Mark for this evening, in the absence of the Honorable Mark Brantley, our regular host. And it's always a pleasure being in your company. We want to thank you so very much for joining us this evening. And, of course, this program is rebroadcast tomorrow at 1 o'clock. And so if you enjoyed it tonight, listen again tomorrow at 1 o'clock. So until we come your way again next week, Wednesday, with another On The Mark program, I am your host, Eric Evelyn. Thank you so much for joining us. Do have a wonderful evening. God bless.
Views and opinions expressed on the preceding program were solely those of the participants and do not necessarily reflect the views of the Nevis Broadcasting Company Limited or its